Have you got a mobile phone? Most people have these days, haven't they? How many people go into a mobile shop and just take the first one they see? You don't, do you? You ask lots of questions. What's the battery life like? Has it got a lot of power? Do you have unlimited texts? Can you have unlimited calls? What's the data like? There's lots of things to inquire about. How long does that battery life really last for? Because they tell you it lasts for up to 3 or 4 days, but in reality, it doesn't. They run down very quickly, don't they? They run out of power. And a mobile phone is useless without being powered up. God has unlimited power. If you read in Isaiah chapter 40, it says, "See, the sovereign Lord comes with power." And then it describes what he does with his power, what he can do, what he has done with his power. He who brings out the starry hosts one by one and calls forth each of them by name. Because of his mighty power and mighty strength, not one of them is missing. And all the way through Isaiah, he says, look what I've done. Can you do that? Can you make the seas come into being? Can you make the land come into being? What did you do to create the earth? God is full of power and might and strength. And if we tap into his strength, it doesn't cost us some unearthly amount of money. You know, some people pay up to £45 a month for their mobile phone contract. God is absolutely free. But you know, your mobile phone is only as good as the amount you use it. I have a friend who leaves hers in her drawer. Hugh used to do that. He kept it in his drawer and he took it out when necessary. He's a little bit better now since he's been into hospital and discovered that it's a very good way of communicating with the outside world. When you're in hospital for 2 weeks and not feeling very well and not allowed any visitors, a mobile phone is wonderful. But you know, sometimes now that he's back out of hospital, he only has his phone on when he needs it. If he needs to communicate with somebody, he'll switch it on. So if I want to communicate with him, I can't very often because he's turned it off. Some people use God in that way. They'll turn him on and off according to how they feel or when they need him. God is there to have a relationship with him. He wants you to get to know you. He wants you to get to know him. He wants you to talk to him. And he's more powerful than anything you can imagine. And he never, ever runs out of power. You might feel tired and weary, but as in Isaiah, it says God is never tired and weary. And we don't need to be either. We can just come to him, sit on his lap, and get fully recharged. That's a wonderful thing to do, isn't it? So don't use God like some people use their mobile phones. God is not incommunicado. You can communicate with him all the time. He's available all the time. His data never runs out and it's totally free. See you soon. Bye-bye.